why you made this picture, and what surprised you about Elton John?
Dexter and I wanted to make this movie because, one, obviously making a movie about such a beloved icon is an incredible opportunity for any filmmaker and any actor. On a different level, Dexter and I made a movie called Eddie the Eagle around 4 years ago, and we had the time of our lives. We're very proud of the film, and we were desperate to do something else together. I certainly was. And this wonderful thing came together. The architect of it was Matthew Vaughan, who we've worked with both separately together several times. If I had one anxiety at the start of the process, I guess I thought I didn't know if the machine around Elton would stop us from telling the story we wanted to tell. Elton has been so passionate about creating a story that embraces the troughs as well as the peaks, and that is the story that Dexter and I wanted to tell, and Elton has allowed us to do it, which is why in our movie you see him compromised, be difficult.
In equal measure with him being fantastic and generous and beautiful and magical. That's
exactly.
It's really important to have the balance in the film.
Absolutely.
And about singing his songs, actually singing the songs, how difficult was that and challenging?
Of course there are challenges, and of course I feel like I've grown through the process, but I would never ever describe anything in this in this film as hard work. The only thing that was hard work in this film is that for the rehab scenes I wear a bald cap and I hated it. Everything else was a joy, and hard work doesn't feel like hard work when you're having the time of your life.
What was the most emotionally challenging or difficult scene for you?
Emotionally challenging. Sometimes I feel like actors make acting look harder than it is. Emotional scenes are still joyous to perform because you are performing and expressing yourself. Probably the most emotional scenes in the movie are those with Elton's parents, where he is trying to connect with them and they cannot do it. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy performing them, because I did. They were a joy to create, but those are probably the most difficult scenes to watch, I would say.
Yeah, even, watching and through the rushes and the edits and the dailies. I know the scene you're talking about, the scene with your dad, which we had a couple of interesting moments with, and I even wanted to go back and during the course of the shoot, pick up a couple of moments that you keyed into really quickly again, and I know that was difficult because that Taron has to take an emotional journey through this film that nobody else does. He leads from the front, and it's a massive responsibility just creatively in terms of what his job is, as the leading actor. And for me to suddenly go, I want to travel back 3 weeks and just do one little shot of you, it's an emotional journey that Taron has to go back and unpack for me as the director, because I need this moment. And but his commitment level was so profound that he would go away, sit down somewhere quietly, think for 10 minutes, and come back and deliver it. And the scene in the film with his father, when he goes back and sees his father for the first time, when he's a success, a man in his own right, is an acting masterclass. It's fantastic. But if I told you all the component parts that go into it, it's even more astounding.
And among the costumes, which was the most fun?
Our kind of signature costume of the movie is the costume that Elton wears when he first marches into rehab. It's a piece of stage gear, and it's a sort of Elvis-inspired orange neoprene, Swarovski crystal encrusted, devilish, angelic piece of beautiful design, all from the mind of Julian Day, and we couldn't wash it because of the crystals, which meant that it did not smell great at the end of the shoot. But I love to wear it. And I think it's an incredibly striking bit of design.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.